Picture this. A prophet stands in the marketplace of 8th century Israel, watching merchants grow fat on wealth while their gods multiply in hidden shrines. The kingdom drowns in gold and idols. Then God gives him a command so radical, so devastating that it will shatter his life. Marry a woman destined to betray him. This isn't mythology for mythology's sake. Hoshea's story is about what happens when a nation forgets itself, when prosperity becomes poison, and what it takes to wake a sleeping people. His life becomes a living parable. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin.
Each of his actions echoes a profound truth, intricately woven with the fate of a nation. Let's begin. In the bustling streets of ancient Israel, an air of prosperity masks a deep spiritual malaise. The people, blessed with abundance, have turned their hearts toward idolatry and alliances with foreign powers. Among them stands Hoshea, son of Beeri, a voice crying out in the wilderness, warning his fellow citizens of the impending doom and calling them back to their covenant with Yahweh. His life becomes a powerful parable that connects deeply with our struggles today. Imagine Hoshea's emotions as he is commanded to marry Gomer, a woman known not just for her beauty, but also for her unfaithfulness. With each step he takes toward her, we sense the weight of the world pressing against him. His life is not merely a prophetic journey, it is a living metaphor of divine love. When he first sees Gomer, dressed in the attire of a young woman yet tainted by her past, we can almost hear the whispers of the people around him. This act of faith is not just an act of obedience, it is an expression of God's unyielding love for Israel, even in the face of betrayal. The names of their children resonate with prophetic significance. Jezreel, the firstborn, carries the meaning of judgment upon Jehu's house, an echo of the consequences of Israel's actions. Lo Ruhamah, the second child, symbolizes the withdrawal of God's compassion, while Lo Ami signifies the severing of the bond between God and his people. As Hoshea calls their names, each utterance sends ripples through the air, signals of a relationship strained yet unbroken, a nation drifting from its anchor while the prophet remains a steadfast bridge calling them home. As his teachings unfold, Hoshea's messages ring true in our lives today. He denounces not just the idols standing atop altars, but the heart's inclination to seek fulfillment in fleeting desires, power, wealth, and popularity. His warnings extend beyond temporal worship to a deeper betrayal, the neglect of covenant love, the sincere commitments we make that often dissolve under societal pressures. Yet in this admonition lies a message of hope. Just as he redeems Gomer, purchasing her back with silver and barley, we too can find redemption, no matter how far we've strayed. The landscape of modern life resembles the streets of ancient Israel. We navigate an era filled with distractions, incessant noise, and superficial connections, often neglecting the deeper, soulful commitments we've made to ourselves, to others, and to our own spiritual journeys. Just as the Northern Kingdom fell into chaos and despair, we face our own challenges, whether in relationships, community, or personal integrity. Hoshea's life invites us to reflect, what idols have we unwittingly allowed to occupy our hearts? Hoshea's teachings encourage us to confront the injustices we witness and the biases we may hold. He condemns the priests and false prophets who led the people astray, reminding us that our leaders should reflect the ethics we aspire to embody. In a world where social injustice persists, his call remains relevant. We must be vigilant in seeking goodness, equity, and mercy. Yet, amidst the looming threats from Assyria and the warnings of impending doom, Hoshea holds fast to a vision of restoration. He assures Israel that God will allure them back, renew their spirits, and invite them into a renewed relationship. This promise of a fresh betrothal in righteousness offers a glimmer of hope that stretches beyond time. Just as he sees the vine bearing fruit in the desolate landscape, we too can seek renewal in our commitments, revitalizing our relationships and our spirits. As we reflect on the life and teachings of Hoshea, let us embrace the covenant love, Hesed, that permeates his story. His unwavering faith amidst chaos leads us to understand that though we may stray, there's always a path back home, one marked by grace, forgiveness, and the promise of renewal. Picture now a scene where the sun sets behind ancient mountains, casting golden hues across a field ripe with grapes, the promise of a bountiful harvest shimmering in the light, a reflection of renewal and hope. In this sacred moment, nature rejoices in the beauty of restoration, symbolizing the loving embrace of God towards his unfaithful people. A tranquil river winds through a lush valley, the waters sparkling under the soft rays of morning sun. It represents not just life, but also abundance, reminding us of God's provision and the gifts awaiting us when we choose to return to him. Each ripple carries whispers of grace, inviting us to remember our covenant with the divine. As the stars begin to twinkle in the vast night sky, a lone tree stands tall in a serene landscape, its branches reaching out, offering shelter and shade. It serves as a reminder of steadfastness, symbolizing faith and unwavering commitment amidst changing times. A gentle breeze rustles through fields of wildflowers, each bloom vibrant and full of life, celebrating God's creation and the beauty of relationships reborn in faith.
If you're burning out right now, exhausted from chasing approval, from building something nobody's watching, from playing the game without knowing who you're playing for, Hoshea speaks directly to your exhaustion. His message: your worth isn't measured by what you produce or who validates you. This week, name one thing you're doing purely for external validation. Stop it. Just one. Replace it with something small that reconnects you to what actually matters. Subscribe for more stories that cut through modern noise and ground you in what lasts. Stay rooted in the wisdom of the ages.